evening. Let's start with the breaking news. Spartanburg County Sheriff Chuck Wright is under investigation by the State Ethics Commission. Our Elise Devlin spoke exclusively with the sheriff today as he defends himself against claims of nepotism, a story you'll see only on 7.
Spartanburg County Sheriff Chuck Wright is being investigated by the State Ethics Commission. He says a complaint was made about his son being hired by the sheriff's office. Sheriff Wright says he would like to make one thing clear.
I didn't hire my son. The staff that works here hired my son. He went through every process that everybody else did. He's very well qualified. He's not the only part-time person that we have here. My son has no rank here. He won't get any rank. He won't never be promoted. Even to a PFC.
In his role as sheriff, Wright did deputize his son, but says he will not be supervising him in any way. Kyle Jocelyn, a Spartanburg County resident, tells us he made a complaint to the State Ethics Commission and received this letter back, saying his complaint contained facts sufficient to warrant an investigation. Sheriff Wright tells us he spoke with the Ethics Commission before his son was hired by the sheriff's office, checking in with them, which he says he does often.
I did speak to some people down there. Now, they told me I needed some documentations, but I did verbally and physically make sure that they understood my son's not going to be treated special.
Those who made complaints, like Kyle Jocelyn, believe the sheriff is breaking the state code that prohibits public officials from hiring immediate family members if the official supervises or manages that position.
People have a right to question. I don't have an issue with that. People have a right to say what they want to say. But I haven't done anything wrong. I certainly haven't done anything illegal.
The sheriff says he is not a part of his son's direct chain of command and has this documentation as proof he is recusing himself of any supervision pertaining to his son. In Spartanburg, Elise Devlin, 7 News.
The sheriff says in the coming weeks he promises to follow whatever the Ethics Commission asks of him.